Hey everyone, today I want to show you how to fully automate expeditions in Palworld. And this is all going to be done with software that is completely free and very easy to do. Alright, let's get started. So let me go ahead and put my display capture on. This is what I'm using. It's called PY Macro Recorder. Alright, yeah, just go to Google, type in PY Macro Recorder. It should be this first one right here. Go ahead and download it. I don't know if you guys are using Mac or Linux, but I'm using Windows, so I'm going to go ahead and download it for Windows. Go ahead and open up the .exe. Again, this is completely safe. This is basically a guy who was tired of software like Macro Recorder, which I use essentially. So it's open source. It's great. Now, when you do this, you will get this little pop-up saying, like, oh, it's... the Microsoft Defender screened it. Just click that and run it anyway. This is open source software. There's not a problem with it. Okay, just click OK. English, accept the agreement. Like I said, I have already used this software and I've basically made sure that it's safe and to make sure that it works. All right, click finish. It'll launch it. And this is what it looks like right here. So if we go to the game, it's as simple as setting up some hotkeys to make a recording, and then you could repeat the recording. So from scratch, let's go ahead and set it up together. We'll want to click we just got to tweak a couple of things to make this work properly. So if you go to options, go ahead and go to playback, go to repeat, set this number to 9999 or however times you want to repeat it. I'm assuming if you're doing this overnight, you're going to want it pretty high. So go ahead and do that and go back to options, playback, that's all good. Recordings, make sure all of these are clicked. If you go to settings and hotkeys, this is the most important part just because you want a nice clear recording without a lot of extra buttons going on. So we're going to have to set a couple of hotkeys for starting, stopping, and then the playback. So in our case, the most important thing is just making sure whatever button you set doesn't also press something in Palworld, because then it's going to get messed up. I already kind of went through this. So even if we clear all this, let's put the start recording to L, the stop recording to O, and the start playback to K. Close that, and we're essentially all set. Let's go ahead and move this to the side. So here's how I think is probably the best way to do it, although it doesn't really matter. So you can technically start the entire process from right here, but I think it's much easier to just start the process once one of the expeditions is done, actually. So let me wait 5 minutes and we'll start from there. Okay, so this is the position I like to start from with the expedition being done. So like we did earlier, we set the keybinds to L being to start the recording, O to stop the recording, right? So we're going to do this pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and click L, then we're going to do everything we need to do. So go in, go out, exit, click F, scroll down to the one that you want. I want this one. Auto assign, start. Now, leave it recording. We're going to wait until the expedition is done to stop the recording. And like I said, it's not really important where you start this. You could start it there or then. I just think this is what itches my brain nicely. Okay, we are down to 7 seconds. Make sure to be ready to click O because you want to stop the recording as soon as possible because, again, it's going to loop. All right, so there we go. Expedition complete, and click O. And that's it. You're done. If we go over here, this is one important thing you want to do before you do anything. Make sure to save it, because you're going to have to redo this a lot if you don't. So I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to say Palworld XP Farm Save. Okay, there we go. Save the stupid thing. So when you come back tomorrow night to do this, you can just go ahead and click load. But yeah, now... again, we set the button to start the playback, not start the record, start the playback as K. So if we stand here, and I'm going to click K, and you'll see it'll start doing everything for me. And since we set the repeat, it should do that again. And just to prove it, what I'm going to do, there's an NFL game going on. I'm going to step away, and I'm going to let this go through a few cycles just to show you that it'll just keep going without you. Alright, I'll see you guys next video.